Back then, when we did the inspection and I saw this amazing garden, it seemed to be just perfect as it was. Despite my knowledge about plants was non-existent, I could notice that this garden was in an overgrown state, so I thought some small interventions was going to be enough to make it look alright. But this was just the beginning of a journey that I'm sure I'm going to love for all my life. A journey of inspiration and healing. During the first weeks living in this house, I used to spend my whole days learning about gardening while doing some pruning and soil improvements to cover the bare patches in the lawn. I was also trying to learn what kind of plants were growing here, because if I don't know what they are, I'm not going to know how to take care of them. I found an app that helped me to identify all the plants I had, and I noticed that about 80% of what was growing here were considered weeds. They were originally from different parts of the world, but none of the plants were from Australia, the beautiful country I'm living in. That was a little bit weird, and I wanted to know why. I also noticed a lot of birds in my area, but none of them seemed to be interested in visiting my garden. I was wondering if something was wrong with it. As I love birds and their singings, I started to look for some ways to attract them. I found out that one of the most important steps was to incorporate plants that were native to the region I'm living in. It was so obvious, but I didn't realize till this point that those birds and other species, as they are native to this land, they are more attracted to native flowers and plants. After knowing that, I set the goal of modifying this garden in order to create a balanced native environment that all these little creatures need to live, as urbanization and the introduction of non-native species has really affected most of them. We removed only the weeds that represented a serious threat to Australian plants and started planting beautiful native and some other flowers that were suitable to local animals. I was amazed by how the garden was changing every day and how it was changing me. From that moment, I began to take care of what I was inhabiting, regardless of whether it really belongs to me or not. If something is in my present and I'm coexisting with it, that's all that matters. Enjoying and caring for what we have in the present without worrying too much about the future was leading me to experience a forgotten way of happiness the one we used to feel when we were just kids. The fact that we are just renting didn't stop me from transforming the garden as if it was mine. I never look at this as a free job for the next tenants or for the owner, but instead always kept in mind the ones that are going to permanently inhabit this little piece of earth, nature and animals. There are many more things we want to do in the garden. We are not even halfway there, but so far I can see the progress not only by the way it looks, but by the new friends we've made. Now they visit us every day and some have decided to move in with us.